Guys, welcome back to the channel. Coming at you today from the local Lowe's, and I want to show you what I'm using to do this grill. I'm not gonna keep babbling too much in here because I'll get a copyright claim for this cheesy music, but this is where I'm at. I'm in the gutter section, first aisle of Lowe's, and this is what you're gonna look for right here, a Merrimax metal lock-in gutter guard. So I think a lot of the reason why people swap this grill, and test my theory out here, doesn't look bad at all. I think this looks really good, especially since they did away with those slots that they were cutting into these areas here. But I think the problem is it needs another layer, so it needs to become dimensional. A lot of the problem with this grill, if I step back, is the fact that you can see the air conditioning components in there. You can see the evaporator core. It doesn't look, when you can see stuff like that, it doesn't look finished. So what I'm gonna do is add that mesh to the back of this grill, similar to how we used to do the Honda Civics and stuff way back in the day. We used to take the Civic grills, put mesh behind them, and then they look a little bit more dimensional. I'm gonna try that with this and see what it looks like. So you guys can kind of ride along here as I do it. I'm gonna pop the grill out. It's just a couple clips and 2 screws. So let's see what it looks like and how I'm gonna attach it. Just feel me out here, because what I'm gonna try to do is mimic this look here. Same stuff. This stuff is held up for 5 years with no problems at all because it's already coated. So we'll see what happens here. So let's pop this in under a minute. This is how you remove the Tacoma grill. This is a size 10mm socket. You do not even need a ratchet. These things are not even tight from the factory. So you loosen this one up here, moving on over, loosen this one up here, and again, you don't even need a ratchet. So 2 bolts are out. You don't even need a screwdriver. Just get your nail under here, lift up the little middle tab, pull out the whole piece, so no damage, no marring. Stick it in your pocket. Come around here to the other side, same thing. Pull up on it. I don't even have long nails. It just comes right out. That's it. Now, go around here. There's a little sensor. This is, you just unplug this little guy here, just pops right out. Fingers in here. One-handed. Nope. Yeah, I had to use 2 hands. It unplugs from there, real easy. That's all you do. And then just take it, put your hand here, and we go wide. Just pull. That's it. Just a little bit of pressure. Hand on this side. Little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let me brace it with my knee because I'm holding the camera. This side, little wiggle. On the bottom here, just like that. It literally lifts out of there, and you can put it down on top of a rag for safe working on. So now that I got the grill removed, this is all the stuff you can see through the grill. It's also crazy, these Toyotas have so many inspection markings everywhere. A lot of handwriting on a lot of the engine components on these things. You go through a lot of hey, did you see that? Did you check that out kind of thing? I mean, everything's written on all over the place. You see little marks and stuff, so you can see that they're going through quality control over there. So here's the grill. Look, even here, everything's written on. Crazy. Check all these screws with a marker. They don't care at Toyota. They make sure it's good to go. So what I'm gonna do, let me grab a piece of that aluminum or that mesh. So here it is. It's real subtle. It's gonna be a subtle thing, but it might be cool. It fits perfectly on the Toyota grill. You're trying to fill up this hole and this hole. We'll trim it here around the emblem. And it's already got built-in tabs for an attachment methodology, which is really good. Reinforced. It'll also sort of protect your radiator and your evaporator coil. This is your evaporator for your air conditioner. That's your radiator for your main cooling system. So this might actually be a good idea. So the only other thing we got to do, get some zip ties, pretty much a non-invasive installation, easy, 10 minutes, you'll be back on the road. So let me get some tools and see what this thing looks like. All the holes are in place. Took all of 2 minutes. Real easy, no problems. And these are little baby zip ties I'm gonna run with. And these are stronger than you think. These slip right in, nice and easy. So let's check this out. So I'm laying in the panel to figure out where I have to cut it. Making sure it has maximum coverage across the holes, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do like a curve cut here. And this stuff cuts super easy if you listen to me. and get these particular shears. These are the Milwaukee's. While you're at Lowe's, 25 bucks maybe. I've had these for a long time. Cut just like a scissor all the way around. Real easy stuff. So let me cut this up here. See how easy that is? Slices it. Okay, here's one piece there. This is gonna be like the $10 grill from for your Tacoma video here. Fits perfectly. Look at that. That's gonna look good, guys. I'm telling you, this is gonna be just the right amount of contrast. I'm telling you, it's gonna really delete that layer of seeing all the components. It's gonna be nice. So that's perfect. Now we just zip tie it. I start with the center zip tie because this is the hardest one to loop under and then back up. So what I'm really looking at is to make sure that this is straight, so all the diamonds follow a line here, and I think that's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna keep that loose and start at the top and work my way down. So there's all the zip ties in place. Mesh is nice and straight. Now I'll go through and cut all these zip tie ends off of here. You'll never even know this wasn't factory. I'm telling you, it's gonna look good. There's the ends all trimmed off, looking good. Let's flip it over. Oh my God, night and day. Look at how much better that looks. It just gives it that dimension. That black dimension just makes it look a little bit more finished. I'm telling you, that's where they went wrong with this grill. And that's why they want you to buy that TRD stuff. It just looks more finished. They know what they're doing over there. For 11 bucks. Look at that. So much better. All right, let's do the other side. So on to the lower portion. I'm taking a full length piece of material, which is perfectly cut already, right out of Lowe's. And I'm just lining it up to look at the corner there and there. And I'm gonna make a little witness mark so I can trim around here and around here. And then I can cut it horizontally to make a nice thin piece for this lower sector here down here. So that's what I'm doing next. So I got the corners trimmed here and here, and you'll notice this grill design has a little bit of a bow in it down here. So if I were to just go like that, I'd have a gap. So now we need to carefully take out a little bit more material here and here so it'll fit into the bow. So I've got my bottom piece cut. A little bit of trimming, you just keep fitting it and cutting it as you go. If I had a camera person, I would have filmed it, but it's a little bit more cumbersome. So everything fits pretty good. I'm following the natural contour of the fold of the mesh to go along with the drop between here and here. This is lower. So I'm kind of using the convex area to kind of let it roll into it. Now I'm going to trim it up a little bit more across this horizontal. And I think I'm going to zip tie it back here to these areas down here. But we'll see when we get there. So let me trim this up a little bit. Come on, guys. The lower piece, just cutting those little corners was the biggest pain in the butt. But honestly, I can't film everything because I don't have a camera person, but it's simple. Same method to a couple little holes at the bottom. I'll show you those in a second. And you attach the zip ties. And now I just trimmed up a little piece here. And I'm gonna try for good measure to cover up this bumper hole as well. This way it brings the continuity down from the grill into the bumper. That's a wrap, guys. Holy cow. That looks better than I thought. Absolutely better than I thought. I tried to fill in the bumper part, but I have to do it at another time. I gotta drill some holes. I didn't want to really drill. Wow. That is how the grill should always look from the factory. I try to do mods on trucks that don't look intentional. I try to make them look factory. Now it's all blacked out in there. So keep your SR5 grill. I'm gonna buy the SR trim. I wrapped it, but I'm not happy with it. Buy the SR trim and then put that mesh in. Man, that looks good. Let's get another shot of it on the road. All right, guys, here we go from the front. A little bit better light. Just starting to rain right now. Look at that. Just so subtle, but you don't see all that evaporator and radiator in there. It just looks so much cleaner. And it's gonna protect that stuff even more. That looks damn good. Try to get some more shots before it starts pouring. Yeah. That's where it's at right there. That's the grill. All right, guys, please thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100,000. Hope this helped you. Later.